Oh, how you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NFL Week 1 picks. Yes, I said NFL Week 1 picks. Woo! NFL finally back. Gotta love Fantasy Sundays. Yeah, man, I'm very excited. We got the new website here at www.dfscheatsheet.com. We've been out for about 2 months now. We've had very, very good success with our optimizer in MLB. So very excited to try this bad boy out in NFL. I'm expecting definitely some very good results with NFL as we've been having with MLB with the optimizer. Man, super excited. That's all I really got to say right now. I'm speechless. I'm so happy. I hate MLB DFS, to be honest with you. I do it, of course. I'm pretty good at it, yes, but I don't really like playing it, in general. I do it because I'm a full-time daily fantasy sports player, and if I don't play MLB DFS, I'm not going to make no money. So that's kind of why I had to figure out how to do it. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, full-time, playing DFS, providing, content such as this video, helping people with cash lines, being a DFS coach. Man, hey, I've learned so much, and I've helped so many people. I've heard great stories. I'm looking forward to this season. This is my fourth DFS NFL season now. So yeah, let's get into this video. Real quick though, I do have a couple spots left for my NFL luxury box package, which is my season long package. Includes my cash line for FanDuel and DraftKings main slate, all season plus playoffs, and then you also get full access to my optimizer. Look, you can play any slate that you absolutely want with the optimizer for FanDuel and DraftKings. Man, it's awesome. So come check it out here at www.dfscheatsheet.com. And yeah, let's just get into this NFL pick. Sorry, I kind of rambled on. Very, very excited about NFL. For real, very excited for Sunday. Looking forward to it. So hey, let's do something special real quick. This is the first NFL picks video of the season. I want to give out a free NFL month for the first, 4 or 5 weeks of the season. I want to give out that free month VIP package. So let's shoot for, we'll say, 100 likes. If this video gets me 100 likes, all you got to do is like this video. Make sure that you're subscribed. Click your name drop your name down below in the comment section below. If I do get 100 likes on this video, one lucky winner, I will pick from the comment section below. Full VIP all access month package on us. We still got MLB going, so you can play MLB. Plus, you can play NFL with that package. All you got to do is make sure that you're subscribed. Click the like button, drop your name in the comment section below, and you'll be entered into that contest. And yeah, so let's go. So we'll start at quarterback. Got Tom Brady. Tom Brady's just a GOAT. It's Tom Brady. I don't have much else to say. He led the league last year with 581 pass attempts, 4,577 yards from scrimmage. He threw 34 plus TDs. He's threw 34 TDs, which was third in the league. He's going to give you a really solid floor for your cash games. He's a home favorite, favored by 6.5 fantasy points. And his team has the highest implied total this game has the highest implied total on the slate, a 52 point score. So I definitely think Tom Brady's going to be the top cash gain option. Surprise. I know it's not much of a surprise, but it is what it is. Next, we'll go to Drew Brees. Drew Brees should have a monster year this year. He got disappointed in the playoffs against Minnesota on the Stefon Diggs play. He's going to come back pissed. He's going against a Tampa Bay team who wasn't very good on defense last year. Drew Brees has some great weapons. I definitely expect him to have another good season, and he has some massive upside in this spot as well. The reason I probably would go Tom Brady a little bit over Drew Brees for cash is because Drew Brees is usually a little bit better at home. where Tom Brady doesn't really have kind of those kind of stats. But I think that they're very close, with me giving Tom Brady a slight edge for your cash games. Now we'll go down. You can look at a guy like Ben Roethlisberger. I'm going against Cleveland. I don't care what Cleveland has done this offseason. They're still going to be terrible. Pittsburgh should win this game. Roethlisberger, I mean, he's had a couple really good games against Cleveland in the past, and there's nothing different. He had the fifth most pass yards last season, so he was definitely still slinging the ball around. He has Bell, the best receiver in the league. He has Smith-Schuster, a very, very talented young wide receiver. They're a 5.5 favorite in this game. The Browns, they were 26th in DVOA last season. All those things add up to Ben Roethlisberger having a solid outing. Definitely more GPP, but I gotta like the guy, and also too. Bell, he hasn't been in the play in the preseason. He hasn't even been at practice, so he could be a little bit rusty as well. They can rely a little bit more on Ben throwing the ball in this game. Next, a guy who just, save a little bit of money at 7,200. We can look at Marcus Mariota. I mean, the guy has some upside. He showed us that in the past couple of years. He definitely could run the ball if he gets the opportunity on the edge. He's a pretty accurate passer as well. He's going against a Dolphins team who ranked 29th versus the pass last year. So they were pretty much dead last in the league. Horrible. Mariota's a 1.5 favorite with a 24 implied points to be scored. So they're projected to score some points in this game. Last year he did average 20 rushing yards per game, which gives you an extra 2 or 3 fantasy points, give or take, depending on exactly how much he gets. And, every fantasy point matters. He did. And he also had 4 TDs, rushing TDs, which was, I think, second in the league, I want to believe, to Cam Newton, I want to say. That one I'll have to look up again. But, yeah, I like Mariota. I'm at a 7,200 price tag. Next, we'll go to running back. I mean, you can look at Kamara. The guy's going to be crazy owned, and he should be. We've seen what he did last year. He tore it up. You got no Ingram for the first 4 games. He's suspended. This spot is just screaming Kamara as a must-lock for a cash game, in my opinion. The guy had 8 TDs and only 120 rushing attempts, which is a very good touchdown to attempt ratio. And he also got 100 targets in the pass game. So this guy was truly a do-it-all back. And like I said, I think he's going to be a 3-down back, especially the first 4 games with no Ingram. I like him in this spot a lot. And, I mean, they're also the biggest home they're also – hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. They're also the biggest home favorites at all. So let me go back really quick. So I was wrong on this. Drew Brees is actually at home. For some reason, I got mixed up. I was thinking he's on the road. So, I mean, he's in a great spot. Either way, I like him a lot. Usually, like I said, I made the comment about him being a little bit better at home. I was wrong about that. He is at home. So for me, yeah, it's going to be Tom Brady and it's going to be Drew Brees, 1A and 1B, top 2 quarterbacks on the week for sure. So Kamara, great spot, level for your cash games. Then we'll go to David Johnson. He was out after week 1 last year, killed a lot of people on their season longs. A lot of people thought he was going to come back later in the year, never came back. So he's been out for a while. He should be fully healthy, well rested. We know he was a workhorse. He pretty much was another Le'Veon Bell, catching the ball at the backfield, rushing the ball, a ton. He definitely was a true 3-down back. They're going against the Redskins, who were ranked 29th in DVOA last year. Pretty horrible defense. So I think this is a really good spot for David Johnson. The only thing that he's coming off of an injury. So that's something kind of like, do I want to see what he does first? But I like him still. I definitely think I'm going to go to this spot a lot. Next, we'll go down real quick. We'll talk to the man himself. Has yet to practice, has yet to show up to Pittsburgh stuff. He's the highest priced running back on the slate. He's probably going to be crazy low owned just because of all those factors. But then the day it's still Le'Veon Bell. I'm sure he's getting tons of workouts on his own. He's going to come ready to go. He's going to be the lower owned guy of the other two that I just talked about. Probably barely even owned. GPP wise, I think that he's a solid play to pivot off of Kamara and Johnson. But there also is that rust factor. He could be rusty. He hasn't been at anything. But in the past, he's had some really good games against the Browns. So this is kind of like a 50-50 what's going to happen with Bell. So strictly GPP, but he still gives you that massive upside. Lastly, we're going to go with Christian McCaffrey going against the Cowboys. Our defense is middle of the pack. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. McCaffrey now with no Jonathan Stewart, he's definitely going to be the man. They got Anderson. He may get a couple carries, maybe still a goal line carrier too. But overall, though, I think McCaffrey is definitely going to be the workhorse. He got 113 targets last year, which led the league. He's going to definitely get a couple more rushes as well with Stewart gone now. They are 2.5-point favorite at home against Dallas. All the things point to McCaffrey having a really good game and a really good season at only 7,300. At a 7,500 price tag. This is a great spot. Definitely think you could use him in cash games. He dominated the snaps in preseason, so it's like Carolina was kind of getting them ready for that workload. Yeah, so McCaffrey's a solid play at running back. Then we'll go to wide receiver. You can start with Antonio Brown. It's Antonio Brown, top wide receiver in the league. Not much to say. Going against the Browns, Bell may be rusty, like we talked about. Le'Veon Bell may be a little bit rusty. So maybe Brown will get a couple extra targets in this matchup as they want to kind of maybe work Bell into this. Either way, Antonio Brown, if you could fit him, just put him in your lineup and move on. Then we'll go down a little bit. A guy 1,000 less, and he's going to get almost the same exact workload load as Antonio Brown. I think he is definitely a little bit underpriced. He should be at least 8,500 like Michael Thomas. Allen, he had a really good season last year. He had the 5th most targets in the league, in the 2nd most red zone targets. He didn't necessarily convert all those targets to touchdowns. Part of the way that he wanted to, he should have a little bit better of a red zone conversion rate. But I think that's going to kind of come back a little bit this year. It's going to balance out. He gives you a really high floor for your cash games. He's going to catch pretty much 6, 7, 8, 9 balls every single game. So I think Allen's a really good cash game play. High floor, like I said. And then we'll work our way down a little bit. You can look at a guy, Chris Hogan, only 6,700. Now Brandon Cook is out of New England. They didn't really add nobody, so pretty much now it's Gronk, and then it's Hogan. He's going to be the threat on the outside, being that second option. Like I said, 6,700 price tag. I guess a very fair price to get him in your lineups. I definitely think you could consider him as well for your cash games. And then as we get down a little bit, some more value. We'll get some value in there. You got Marquise Goodwin for San Francisco. Him and Garcon are going to be Garoppolo's, two guys to go to. The last 5 games of the season when Garoppolo was starter, he kept going to Goodwin over and over. He liked him a lot. He averaged 9 targets a game. Caught 5 of them for 64 yards. Nothing special, but the fact that he kept going to him over and over, really showed that Garoppolo liked him and had the trust in Goodwin. They are a 6-point underdog as well against Minnesota, so they may have to throw the ball even more. So good spot for Goodwin. It's a tough defense, I understand, but sometimes the price and opportunity weighs out. The goods weigh out the bad sometimes. Goodwin in a solid spot. Probably a little bit more GPP though. And then we go down to the guy who's probably going to be the highest owned cash game player on this slate. The Keelan Cole for Jacksonville. He's only 4,500 mid price. The guy's the number one option. Now they don't have Lee. He went down in preseason. They got rid of over the offseason Hearns and Mercedes Lewis. That's 200 targets they're missing with those three guys. Somebody has to make them up. A couple people are going to have to make them up. I think Cole's going to have a very good season and a solid week one at minimum price. I like him a lot, definitely. I mean, last year he was second on the team in 83 targets. And now, I mean, he's strongly the number one option on this team. So definitely just put Cole in cash games and move on. It's pretty much a free square. You got to really like him. And he has some upside as well against the Giants. Then we'll go to tight end. I'm going to start with Gronk. I mean, Gronk's it's a cheat code. He's not even a tight end. He's really a wide receiver. He's projected, three and a half, two more fantasy points closer than any other tight end. Going against Houston, him and Gronk, him and Brady definitely have their connection. He's Brady's favorite target. Gronk, if you can fit him in, just put him in your lineup any week. He's going to always give you the highest, the highest ceiling for your GPPs. Next, we'll go to Delaney Walker. Guy's been very consistent. He's always slept on. 6,100. He's a very fair price tag. He had 111 targets last year, which was just a crazy amount for a tight end. Caught 824. He had 111 targets, which was third in the league, and then he had 824 yards, which was fourth in the league. So the guy, he's pretty much Mariota's favorite target, straight up. He had 20 plus more targets than anybody else on the team. So that just shows you how much Mariota likes him and trusts him. 12 red zone targets. Every time Mariota was trying to go to the end zone, he pretty much wants to go to Walker. Miami, they struggle against the middle of the field against tight ends. Their defense just isn't very good. And so I really like Walker at a 6,100 price tag. I definitely think he's going to give you a solid floor in that mid-tier pricing. Then you got Jack Doyle. This one's a little bit more of a mystery to me. 2 years ago, when he had Andrew Luck, which he's going to have again now, he was Andrew Luck's favorite target. He got massive targets. He was thrown to a ton. Even last year without Andrew Luck, he was still getting a ton of targets. He's a target monster. I think he's going to have a way better year as long as Andrew Luck stays healthy now, more like their connection in 2016. Very fair price tag at 5,600. I think Doyle is definitely somebody that you can look at and feel pretty comfortable as long as we got Andrew Luck behind center. Then, lastly, Seferian-Jenkins, another Jacksonville guy. Somebody's going to have to catch some passes with no Hearns, no Lee, and no Lewis, in Jacksonville anymore. He's cheap at almost a minimum price tag. So I definitely think you got to consider him, especially just at the price in general. This is a good spot for him going against a Giants defense who, is in the middle of the pack. They're nothing, kind of special at all. Then we'll finish it up with defense. Oh, we don't have the defense on here right now. I'll get that updated. But the defenses I'm kind of liking this week, I'm going to look at the Steelers versus the Browns. The Browns are not going to all of a sudden be hecka good. So I definitely like the Steelers versus the Browns. I like the Ravens versus Buffalo. Honestly, Buffalo, who's their quarterback? That's kind of where I'm at with Buffalo. I haven't even looked at who their quarterback was. Not a team that I pay attention to. I think it's a guy that they drafted. Either way, Ravens have a good defense every single year. Buffalo, they traded away everybody. I definitely like the Ravens D. And then lastly, sleeper defense. I'm not saying it because they're my team, but I do like the Cowboys going against Cam Newton. Cam Newton's hit or miss. He can have a monster game against us, but he can also throw 3 interceptions and get shut down. I've seen it happen to Cam Newton a ton of times. So as a sleeper defense, I like the Cowboys this week. And that's where I'm at for my week 1 NFL picks. Hey, if I miss somebody that you like, hit me with a comment in the comment section, and we could talk about them. You can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at RotoBeast. Send me a DM if you want. Go check out my results. We absolutely have been crushing DFS. The results speak for themselves. And yeah, hey, make sure to get in that contest. All you got to do is like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Drop your name in the comment section. And hey, I'm really, really, really excited for Sunday. Let's get this money. Hey, last chance. Go get the NFL pre-order special on the website, www.dfscheatsheet.com. And that's all I got. Peace out.